Hello and welcome to today's session. I'm very excited to bring you this topic, which is mental skills training, and we will explore today goal setting and visualization. That is our focus for today. We will explore why it matters and why these skills can be crucial for athletes to train. So, a little bit more about today's overview and today's journey. We will begin with the goal setting, why it's important. We will explore SMART goals, the framework for it, and how to balance process, performance, and outcome goals. And we will then move on into practical ways that athletes can use goals daily and conclude that section with a short activity. And in the second half, we will explore visualization or mental imagery. And we're going to start with science behind it and the PET lab model, which is a practical framework for the imagery or the visualization. And we will also look at the research evidence about multisensory visualization and with the live guided exercise that you can repeat on your own. So the structure is pretty simple, but designed to take you from understanding to practice because mental skills training, just like physical training, only works if it's practiced consistently. So why this mental skills training matters? At the highest levels of sport, athletes often have similar physical capabilities, and this is what separates the champions from the rest. It's is the mental preparation, how they approach their practice, how they approach their games, how they approach their training sessions. And this mental training, it provides athletes with an edge. It gives sharper focus, greater consistency, and the ability to stay focused and composed under pressure. It also helps building resilience, meaning that when there's some type of failures, athletes can bounce back faster. And think of a Olympic final, for example. Everyone there is fit physically, they're strong, they're technically basically excellent, but the athlete who can handle the nerves, the pressure, who can control their attention, and who trusts their preparation is the one who usually performs closest to their maximum available potential. So that is why mental training is no longer considered an optional extra of some sorts, but is really a central part of elite preparation. In the same way, the physical preparation is a central part, the mental is also considered to be central part of it. So today's focus is on two core mental skills, which is goal setting and visualization. And I invite you to think of goal setting as the map that it tells you where you're going. And visualization is the rehearsal. It prepares your mind and body to walk the path confidently, actually. And when these things are combined, they create mental readiness. And goals without this visualization may lack preparation, and visualization without goals, it lacks direction. So together they really build clarity, confidence, and consistency. So about the goals in sports, goal setting is more than just writing down a wish or some sort of dream. It really is a structured psychological technique that channels attention and effort. So by transforming vague, very wide intentions, or let's say, I want to get better, it really doesn't say anything. If you're transforming that into clear, measurable targets, goal setting really gives athletes a framework for clear action. So it's not just about motivation in the moment, and also research shows that structured goals, they improve performance very consistently over time because they create standards for evaluation and checkpoints for progress. An athlete without goals is like a runner without a finish line. You can also imagine it that way. There may be the effort, but there's no real direction. So When you say goals, it ultimately means a direction and a pathway where to look at. And they work because this is like a way to focus your attention. Athletes are bombarded with distractions, with the noise, pressure, self-doubt, expectations, and these clear goals act like a filter, which is helping athletes to focus on the actions that matter the most. And goals also increase persistence. When different challenges arise, goals remind athletes why are they training, why the effort is worth it. And in fact, actually, research shows that athletes with clear goals, they invest more energy and maintain higher motivation, even during setbacks and failures. And think about your own experiences on days when you knew exactly what you were aiming for. Wasn't it easier to push through fatigue or some struggles than on days when you had no clear direction? This is a question you can reflect on. And beyond performance, goals also impact the mind. Goals build confidence because athletes can see tangible progress. That reduces anxiety by shifting focus from outcomes outside of control, and actually also comfort, to process steps within the control zone. And perhaps most importantly, goals provide a sense of control. So, in a world where athletes cannot control referees, weather, or other competitors, having these clear goals, it really creates a stable foundation that athletes can return to for direction and confidence. And let's look at how elite athletes might structure their goals. One way is a long-term goal, and this could be an Olympic qualification. A seasonal goal might be finishing in the top three of the national championship, whatever the sport is. A weekly goal might be to focus on specific technical improvements like footwork or accuracy, for example, in basketball. And let's say daily goals might be hitting certain targets in training sessions, like sprint times for runners or lifting loads for weightlifters. And this structure ensures that each day's work connects to the bigger picture. It like creates this layer, or let's say a pyramid, and it also creates motivation at multiple levels. Immediate satisfaction from the daily events, a bit longer satisfaction from the weekly and monthly term goals, and a long-term inspiration from career ambitions. And right now, before we go deeper in this topic, I would invite you to reflect. And throughout today, I'm going to ask you also a lot of these reflection questions, because really, we as human beings, we are not learning from our experiences by the experiences themselves, but we are learning from the experiences if we reflect about those experiences. So I invite you to ask yourself, what is your current sports goal? Either you're a coach, either you're a young athlete, or you're a sports organization member, or physiotherapist, or elite level athlete. And ask yourself, is it specific or very vague, or very like in a fog, like not very concrete or clear? Also, how are you tracking your progress, if there is a way you're tracking your progress? And here there are no right or wrong answers, obviously, because the goal with this reflection is to build awareness, and you cannot really improve what you don't know. So take a moment to honestly consider your current approach. No judgment, no evaluation, nobody is grading you for this. Just really go a bit deeper in yourself. You can pause the video and ask yourself these questions. So far, we have introduced this goal setting and why it matters, and now we're gonna move from the concept to the structure of goal setting. The most widely used framework for goal setting is the SMART model, which is the acronym for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. This framework turns abstract ambitions into actionable steps. So in the next section, we will explore each component of the SMART in detail and how it applies directly to sports and performance.